8 ноября 2011 года в Международном Центре обучения в сотрудничестве с Колледжем Министерства иностранных дел Российской Федерации был проведен пробный экзамен IT Word Processing по направлению Microsoft Word. Данный экзамен является одной из ступеней для специалистов Microsoft. Провел экзамен официальный представитель экзаменационной комиссии City and Guilds Эндрю Бейли. Представляем вашему вниманию интервью Эндрю Бейли о важности данного экзамена и видеоотчет о мероприятии.
So, Andrew, you have been working with our college for 5 years, and you have become familiar with the girls. But it's the first time we present the exam of IT, word processing. What benefits do you think the girls can take with them?
Well, it is very important that the skill of the girls is in English language, first and foremost, but obviously most of them will be working in an office environment, using secretarial skills for very senior people within your government in all probability. And for that reason, it's useful for them to undertake English office skills examinations. And the primary requirement, apart from the language, is one of total accuracy.
And how do you see the results?
Well, of course, the girls worked very well and very quickly, as I would expect. But it's also true that they were trying to think too quickly and making one or two mistakes. And in the type of environment where many of them may go to work, for example, if they were an assistant to an ambassador, even one slight mistake would be embarrassing and would not be tolerated.
So what your advice would be?
I think they need to study how to undertake these exams because when they go to work in those sort of places, people say, what skills have you got and what qualifications have you got? And it would be nice for somebody like an ambassador to know that his personal assistant is qualified both in language and qualified also in office skills, so that she will deliver perfect documentation. He does not want to waste his time checking their work. Absolutely not.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have to make the changes, okay, and maybe add a little bit here and there, okay. So that's not so bad. But the fourth question, you actually have to type the whole thing in. You've got 1 hour, precisely 1 hour. Okay. At the end of that hour, you then stop work, and your four tasks, I suppose they are. The 4 tasks are then printed. Okay. Well, that's maybe not such bad news. The bad news really is, if you make more than 3 or 4 or 5 mistakes, you'll fail. Okay? Yeah. Because what you are expecting of people like you, who will maybe go to work in an embassy or something like that for Russia. And if I'm the ambassador, I do not want to have letters with mistakes in them. Thank you very much. Okay? You will get. All right? So you're expecting that the secretaries are of an extraordinarily high standard, will not make mistakes, and will do things quickly. And if you know anything about being a boss, and I have been a boss of, in fact, a computer company, amongst other things, all you want to do is to speak to your secretaries or your employees. You want to tell them once. And all you want them to do is to bring back the finished product. You don't want to have a lengthy discussion about the problems and, oh, you know, your cat was not very well this morning, you were late, and, you know, and I've got a cold, and I don't want to know. I've given you the job, I want it done perfectly. Okay? And the worst thing, particularly for working in things like embassies or in high-level jobs, is to have mistakes. It looks bad. Okay? If you're working in a shop, okay, you can make a few mistakes here and there, type something, it's not a problem. But if you want to work for an ambassador, no. Okay? You will get killed. Quickly. All right. So what we're going to do is to show you some of these tasks in a minute. You'll see 3 things on the screen, and you'll open them up one by one. and you will see that you have to make some changes. But first and foremost, what I'm going to do is give you the actual exam papers. Okay, so I think there are 15 copies here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's about 15 of you here. If there are not enough copies, well, perhaps 2 of you can share and so on. Two for you, and one for the